Hey guys, Rock and Roll back with some more Dead by Daylight, and it's actually been about a month since I played any Dead by Daylight, so yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. Actually, in all honesty, I am recording this voiceover after the game, because it was a reasonable game, and like I say, it was my first game back in a long time, so I just ran over to get to the first generator. I find I was joined by a Claudette who's not actually playing the full Blendette build, so credit to the Claudette, I suppose. So with items being so nerfed now, I very rarely bring them because there's not much point. These two were just fucking about, or the Dwight was at least, and not letting the David move. So I got off in the hopes that the Claudette would follow suit and get off as well, but she didn't. I then pointed that way because I saw a blur, and that obviously means it's the Wraith who's now chasing the Dwight, who was getting exactly what he deserves, being a little troll. But I ran away to find another gen. So there was one just here. But I thought I saw him, so I actually ran back to the protection here just in case. Actually, he was over there, so I probably did just see the blur of him and I got a bit paranoid, so I started working on this gen. Now, the person who's gone down here, they don't stick around, shall we say. They give up on their second hook pretty damn quickly, which isn't ideal. Is not ideal, but I carried on. Like I say, I don't have an item, which could have been a bit useful, but since the nerf to toolboxes, they're kind of not worth running. I am running Sabotage in this one, but I don't actually use it at any point, so I'm probably going to remove it and get Spine Chill. Because Spine Chill is one of the best perks in the game. I just slept on it for so long. But it is actually really good, so I'll probably run that instead of Saboteur. I was kind of hoping that the Wraith was going to chase me, solely because I know that I can loop them probably better than these other people. I'm down to about rank 13, after a couple of rank resets, which is alright, I don't mind going back down to there. I needed a break from the game. I stopped playing about 2 weeks after the Deathslinger was released, and I just needed a break from the game. So being down at rank 13 doesn't bother me at all, to be honest. It's a nice change of pace, in all honesty. Nice to just play other things, like getting back into Smite and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully I'll stream some Dead by Daylight soon. I want to get back into streaming. Go and check me out over on Twitch. I haven't actually been streaming a whole lot recently, but I intend to get back into it relatively sort of frequently. Sort of between videos, and there's the guy giving up straight away on his second hook. We've got one gen done, so we're looking iffy. I usually like to have more than one gen done at this point, but unfortunately we don't get that. I found a toolbox here, and I'm so used to old toolboxes that basically I hop on the gen in a minute and I burn through it so quickly because I forget that they got nerfed. I'm glad they did. Toolboxes made it too OP, especially with the nerf to Ruin, but I don't know. I'd rather them remove Noed than nerf Ruin. I'd have old Ruin back in a heartbeat just because it didn't tend to bother me that much. I used to be pretty good at hitting those great skill checks when I needed to. It was one of those things, in normal gameplay, I wouldn't tend to hit many. I'd hit a few, but I wouldn't hit many. But as soon as I saw Ruin, it's just like, okay, I've got to hit the great skill checks so that I don't get regression. And I did hit them, but like I said, I changed Ruin. I would rather than remove Noed and just bring back old Ruin. I'd rather than make Ruin even better and get rid of Noed. Because I can honestly say that at least 75% of my deaths in this game come from Noed. And before anybody says in the comments, well, you can just cleanse all the dull totems, that's all well and good if you're in Survive with friends. I'm not. In this I'm running solo. There's no way to know if my teammates have done any of the totems. I did leave the totem back on that bridge, just so that I know where one is that might turn into Noed if he has it. But if I'm running solos, there's no way in hell that I can know if they've done any of the other totems. They need to put a totem counter on the map, on the screen, just above where the generator is. Just put one for the totems as well. And just say, oh, there's 4 totems left on the map. Because then at least there's a point. Otherwise, all of us could just be crawling around and we've actually done all of the totems, and we're all just looking around for a totem that's no longer there. Like, that small change would actually be enough to completely fix Noed, because killers wouldn't get to use it. If I had a counter saying how many totems were still left on this map, I would get rid of them. I would just, if my rest of my team weren't going to do it, I would go around the map and get all the totems done. I'd happily get that job. I'd run a small game to find them. So yeah, I would definitely do that. But there's not a counter, so I can't, and so I get no-edited sometimes. Also, I nearly ran into the Wraith that time. That person's getting chased, so I'll leave them to it while I go and start on this gen. So I'm looking around quite a lot, because obviously you've got to look very carefully for the Wraith. This is one reason why Spine Chill is really good, because it goes off as soon as you're looking in the direction. And they're looking in yours, I believe. And because of that, I didn't see it. Somehow he actually missed that first swing. I have no idea how, but he missed it. So the chase begins. I'm not too disappointed with this. He swings and misses again. I like being chased. In all honesty, the chase is the fun part of this game. Like, if you take the chasing out, there's nothing, is there? And he misses again. We're getting some looping done in this one, boys. And this is a reasonable area. I didn't actually mean to do that. I was waiting to get the pallet down. But unfortunately, I take a hit there. It's okay, I've got dead hard, so it's not a huge deal. And this boat is a really good place to loop, in all honesty. There's also a pallet downstairs as well, just to the right, which you can use sometimes as well. Like, this is a decent area to loop, and this Wraith just, I don't know, he wasn't getting it at all, and we're down to 2 gens. Also, expert pallet play there, typical rank 20 play, and I just decide to run off like this. And I leave the boat. I want to leave that pallet there sort of for later. I like saving certain areas for later in the game, because if we're looking to open the gates, then I really want a good loop still open to me to use to drain some time while my teammates open the doors. But he seems to have given up the chase at this point, which is fine with me. I've led him to the opposite side of the map if he had chased me anyway, and I had the killer shack here. Yes, I don't have the pallet at my disposal, but it has been dropped and he hasn't broken it yet, so I still do have the option of sort of mantling over it. But with Spine Chill, I definitely would recommend everybody run Spine Chill now. It increases everything, even if it is a small percent. Vaulting that extra, I think it's 4% when it's maxed out. 4% can be a big difference. That could be the difference between you getting hit through a window or not. So, definitely run Spine Chill. Plus it counters Wraith, Pig, Ghostface, Michael, Freddy, to a degree, because he's obviously not invisible as much anymore. But it counters loads of killers, so definitely run Spine Chill. Anyway, with 2 gens left, I decided I'd better channel my inner gen jockey and try and get a generator done. I mean, I got the one done on the boat, and that's about it. I'll give credit to the Claudette and the David. They've obviously been running around doing stuff whilst he's chased me. Now, I will say right now, the Wraith that's chased me is a rank 20. Usually I wouldn't honestly upload a video of a rank 20, because it's not that fair, but it was my first game back. The guy did quit pretty early, so there was work to do. And swing and a miss. And swing and a miss. I know, like I said, it's a level 20, and I feel a bit mean, but I don't really care. It was fun. It's just nice doing that sometimes. I understand why killers get pissed off sometimes with that, but I don't know, I just find it fun to sort of get the chance to loop them a bit. I do like the chase. It's my favourite part of the game. I find it extremely boring sneaking it around the map with urban evasion in the darkest coloured clothing possible and doing a few gens. That is boring as shit. Chase me. I want to be chased. I will complain about it while I'm streaming that I'm being chased, but I do enjoy it. It gets the adrenaline going. Otherwise, it's just Crouching in Generator Simulator 2020. You know, that's boring. And I think I upset him there. I literally pallet stunned him as he was coming out of his invisibility, so... I'm sorry. If this Wraith ever sees this, I'm sorry. I feel bad, and like I said, I feel a bit bad, but it was my first game back, and it was just a bit of fun. I'm kind of hoping that he would chase me. Again, I keep kind of standing, not fully in the open, but enough so that if he sees me, he'll come after me, but he didn't, unfortunately, so too bad for me, I suppose. There's only one generator left, by the way. The team have been doing a great job, because, like I say, apart from the one gen I've done, and I did half of the first gen, I've not done much else. I was either getting chased or I was crouching a little bit. I will say I did criticise the crouching a bit, but I have crouched my fair share as well. So I'm creeping around over here. I just want to see where he is more than anything else, if I can get a view on him. Oh, by the way, tomorrow I'll be uploading a Resident Evil Resistance video. It'll be my first game as Mastermind. And again, that'll actually be commentated on, because I wasn't planning on recording it, but it was interesting. I do like Resident Evil Resistance. I've only played a couple of games as Survivor and one as Mastermind, but I'm already really enjoying it. And the final generator is going to pop soon, so I actually stand here just in case this turns into Noed. But he's actually coming my way, so I can't stick around for too long and wait and see. So I'll just drop down here and run away from there. Again, hoping that he'd chase me, just so that I can keep the pressure off the others so they can get that generator done. I have the boat there if I need it as well, which is why this generator is actually relatively good to do, just because I have still got the boat there to my advantage. Yeah, he found me. He actually found me, and I think he hits me this time. Yeah, he hit me, and I don't know how, because on replaying that, it didn't look like it hit me, but hitboxes are bullshit, so I'm not going to complain. Doesn't matter anyway, I'll get away from him, so that's the only thing that really matters. I will say this game is much more fun with friends. I intend to team back up with Matt Superior, possibly Kirk if he ends up getting back into DBD. Also, I had to just completely weave around here, and there goes my adrenaline, and in about 15 seconds the Wraith is going to decide that he's had enough of this shit. So, thank you all so much for watching. The video will end shortly after the end of the match, but like I said, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you're looking forward to more DVD stuff, go check my Twitch stream out. I'll have a link in the description, so go check it out. Follow me there. I'll start streaming on there a bit more. But yeah, thank you all once again. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you had, please hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed for more of my videos. And I'll see you all next time.